Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you all here. Sorry for being a bit late. As always, I thought it's a good idea to look a little bit further into Dragon's Dogma. I unfortunately had not the time to look as deep into it as I wanted to, but yeah, it's better to start late than never, I guess. Last time we looked, welcome Random Souls Gamer. We also looked a little bit into other things, of course. Last time we, or not last time, but the stream before, we looked into Elden Ring. And I will definitely come back to that in some shape or form again. I thought, yeah, Dragon's Dogma might be awesome to also check a little bit further, which we will do now. We just start the game, the background already. So we don't get into trouble here. We should hear some sound in a moment as well. And last time we looked into performance, which seems still to be an issue, let's put it that way. I also start my good old friend, Mr. Afterburner, which gives us this little cool overview thing here. Last time we determined that ray tracing has a relatively high performance cost. We're just playing Bloodborne, awesome. And yeah, here you can see. For streaming's sake, I might lock it to turn the in-game on. For streaming's sake, I might have to lock the frame rate to 60, I guess, to get a smooth experience. But I will maybe unlock it from time to time to just see how it runs, what the frame rate says. On my system, I could sustain one trophy away from Platinum. Nice, nice. Which trophy is it? What I want to say, yeah, performance is an issue here in this game. I have a pretty beefy CPU with a 7950X. Yes, that's the name of it. And yeah, the 16-core processor, that's pretty good. And that struggles less. It's also not seem to be fully utilized, to be honest, so we definitely see this as well. Currently, I reduced, like last time, I reduced the resolution a bit. 4K was okay. 1440 gives a lot smoother experience in comparison. We can maybe go up to 4K again before we start. A thing I would definitely recommend for people wondering, hey, I have trouble with it, restart the game one time after you have made your graphics settings, loaded into the game, end it again, because at the beginning we had basically 0 frames, not 0 but 30 FPS or something. It got a lot better. Let me just see. Of course I stream only in 1080p, so you don't see the glory of 4K resolution, but that should not bother you too much. Let me just change one little detail here. That's this thing here. And let me put here 4K into this overlay, so we can see this correctly. Okay, the secret ending. Okay, yeah, good luck with that. Load from last save. We are not far into the game yet. And we load into it and see if we can hit 3060. Also, I might reduce the resolution again a bit. The game does not look ugly by any means.
Sir Gregor wishes to speak with you, Master. Shall we go to him?
That's us.
I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
The game gives me, in some ways, it's of course a very different game. It gives me a Bannerlord vibes, kind of. That looks pretty nice, to be honest. But here you see frame rate here struggling, like the frame pacing, especially if I move around. You see if I move the camera a lot, suddenly we go down to the 40s. And if I look here for a moment, we go back up to 60s. You see the frame pacing is not really 100% smooth. Here on my system it's playable, but yeah, if you have a worse system, for example,
There will be other opportunities.
then the
For now,
playability might be affected quite a bit. Oh no. We also see here some screen spacing artifacts around the character. Not perfect. We have seen this in Jedi Survivor too. Not too happy to see this. The DLSS performance has some smearing going on. I can see this here pretty clear. So that's definitely not ideal. It's not as bad as Jedi Survivor, I think. Do we have a fence? Be careful that I don't jump down the cliff and die. I only have a wall.
Over here, if you
Animation stuff is pretty cool though. We have fence. But yeah, it doesn't look like as bad as it looked in our friend the Jedi Survivor. Which is good, I guess. Because that was really terrible. There are these screen space reflections. Was not a fan of those, to be honest. We'll just see if we can maybe look at the bridge over there and check some of the screen space reflections. Just need to remember where the bridge was.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word.
I always
As
have
you
to
can
press
see,
a
we're
button.
rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help?
I hope the in-game's not too quiet. For me.
Excellent. You're a
Okay.
good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their
Saurians.
proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
I assume the Saurians won't be happy that I blow them up.
Strength, 'tis true, but I've yet to meet a foe that explosive casks can't scatter. True enough.
Okay, she's happy. Chat, where is the bridge? I just saw it down there, then I lost my way. No, I'm confused. And boom, that bomb platinum. Awesome. Congratulations.
We've arrived. Just at
You've returned. Good timing, too. I have questions for you. First and foremost, will you accompany me to the capital? My thanks. Are you ready to depart, or do you need some time to prepare?
We need time to prepare.
Very well. Speak with me once you've finished your preparations.
Okay, so this guy brings us to the capital. I assume that might be the interesting place. Here you see it again. You see the effects here on the water surface. Not ideal. Even these little poles here have these effects. It's not perfect. We have seen this a lot cleaner. Interestingly, no, I just want to say, if we look down here, it's a lot cleaner. But there in the distance, it starts to become worse and worse. Very unfortunate to see. Not the end of the world, but kind of kills a bit the resolution. The game does not have ray traced reflections. I assume it would be too expensive. But yeah, you see the frame rate is really, at least at 4K resolution, goes a bit up and down.
One such arisen dismissed me after only half a day of service. Words worth hearing.
Still not 100% sure how good this here runs. Have to find the right key to close this.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Okay. And we do the quest in a moment, chat. I was just very curious about this stuff. Okay, let me reset my thing here. You see the low percentile goes always to the 40s, 30s. Not ideal, should be very close to the 60 FPS, but you see the frame. You look at the graphs, you see the frames going just up and down all the time. Especially if I move the camera around, we can't really hold steady 60. Just out of curiosity, no, that's wrong. Options. Graphics, and yeah, let's increase to 120 FPS. Unlock the frame rate a little bit further. You see, yeah, at 4K resolution, we managed to hit only like 65 or so. Best, maybe 70 in some areas. Definitely some room for improvement here, to be honest. And I don't have even ray tracing on. Oh, here we just jumped suddenly to 70. Not sure what's going on here in this particular place, if I'm honest. Okay, maybe just needed a moment to get the frame rate better, but it seems... Now the stream might know...
Our party is well balanced. I can see no weaknesses that might be exploited.
You see what I mean. It now suddenly went to higher frame rate. Save changes, we limit it. Oh, we could. What you also could do. We return the. I think I go back to 1440. The game is unfortunately not really well optimized. I mean, it was okay. Where is it? Here, 1440p. Desync 60 FPS. If I now would go wrong. If I now would go to 120 FPS or something.
We ought to have
Now
no
we're
trouble on the
like
journey
80
ahead.
FPS,
I suppose
90,
'tis so.
sometimes 100. So you can definitely, you can definitely increase the frame rate. But still feels like a lot over the place. Like if I turn the camera around, suddenly we go from 100 down to 78, 76 sometimes. Mostly though 80. So just turning around the camera kind of costs us 20 FPS or something. That's very strange in my opinion. I'm still streaming, so there would be a bit more consistency possible if I wouldn't do this. Let's go back to limit to 60, so we have a more smoother experience, but even there, now you see, even though we don't have these frame hitches, not anymore, but you still see, if you look at the frame time graph, that there are some things. I'm not doing much, I'm just turning around the camera fast. Definitely see that it's not 100% smooth there in this regard. 1440p is still a decent resolution, to be honest, but yeah, there is, in my opinion, pretty much some room for improvement here in this regard. Now it's night, I'm not sure. What do I have to do, chat? We have to go to the quest menu, nesting troubles. You have arrived. No, we have not arrived.
Make haste then. We must leave anon.
Yes, yes.
Very well. Speak with me once you've finished.
Now we have the problem that it's night. We don't see a thing. We don't... There is an ever-flowing river in this world, and the activities and behaviors of its inhabitants reflect this. People are unlikely to remain in the same place all day long, and may only appear in the morning, at night, or at midday. To pass time, you can either stay at an inn or make use of the special seats found outdoors in set locations. Okay. Come nightfall, you will be able to see no further than the ground at your feet, and the onset of darkness summons fearsome monsters not seen by day. Explore the wilderness after sunset and at your own peril, and be sure to have a lantern in your backpack. Well, there's a problem. Some items that can be gathered will change over time. So our food can also spoil, such as by ripening and growing more flavorful. There's also items that, if allowed to age just long enough, will become more useful when combining materials. However, you should keep a close eye on raw items in particular, as consuming anything that has been aged past its prime is likely to have unpleasant side effects. And there's a trend: certain objects and structures that can be destroyed by your attacks will regenerate after a set amount of time. After a set amount of time has passed. Similarly, fruits, berries, and other gatherable flora will grow back after time. That's good to know. Maybe we should really...
Just yonder. Looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
It's dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
Control R is the lantern. So we have a lantern, but I would likely prefer to pass the time. The question is where we can do that.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Here. Here we can sit and then pass the time. Dose of the... Get up. Okay, that kind of worked. We don't get healed here, so I assume you have to really stay at an inn to get healed. Let's not talk to that guy again. So our quest thing here says there are explosives outside village. I always want to instantly opening the map. Throw explosive. They're also sleeping. Maybe we can ask him again.
You'll find the explosive casks by the village entrance. Use them to send those saurians scattering.
Village entrance. That should be here, right, chat? Find the casks at the village entrance. Somebody see explosive cask? Maybe over there, over the bridge or something. Stamina's a bit low, I always feel.
Let me get that.
So here are the dudes.
Their master, Saurians!
It cannot weather ice's numbing grip.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
That's a nice idea. I've never seen my own master. Such a feat. That's not what I expected. I must admit that it feels wonderful to touch them.
The other dude jumped into the water, I assume. Saurian scale, awesome. Okay, so we found the Saurian. We have the axe. Now all I need are explosives. Okay, that is a sheep or something. No, it's a...
It's about time we pressed on, wouldn't you say, Master?
Oh, we killed them and we didn't blow up the axe. Chat, what am I overlooking here? Oh, the stamina bar, like, the world is big, but for now you can't really run. It is a bit fortunate. Maybe this is the entrance of the village? I don't fully understand what he means with, oh, you find these explosive caskets at the entrance. Where? Which entrance? Is this an entrance? No, doesn't look like it. I know where to go, but I don't understand the explosive thing here. Eh?
What am I to do? He really ought to have returned by now. There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
Speaking of items. It's also not, like, it seems like this village is placed at a cliff here around, so there shouldn't be another entrance here on the backside.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
That is true and stuff, but it doesn't help us with the entrance question. There's a big exclamation mark outside. I assume it's maybe... Well, that's our stone thing. place, chat? What am I overlooking? Like, he said outside the village, which I would assume is down... I assume this here is what needs to be rebuilt. And he placed the things outside. I don't get it, chat. I would expect, yeah, some here are some over there. This might be it. Ah, why didn't I see those, chat? I'm set. Hey.
I don't know about you, Master, but
I have to grab them.
Mightn't we have a rest before pressing on?
No. Take those things. I have to admit, this stamina limitation is really annoying. Not the most interesting quest, to be honest. And the other two jumped into the water, I assume. That's it, chat? I hope. And then we go to the capital. Right, chat? But yeah, so far, frame rate is stable. But yeah, I can definitely see the complaint that it's not running too well. This, like I said, I'm not the hugest fan. Like, you can see some artifacts. In some scenes here, it's okay. But yeah, I don't know.
Make haste then. We must leave anon.
Why is he always
Very
talking?
well.
Let's wait till I'm done, dude.
What to make of this?
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
Okay, that's
Single
stupid in
jar
my
of
opinion.
poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master.
Okay, here is the poison. But yeah, I'm not a fan. That's like a double fetch quest. They make me run back to the sky and say, yeah, there's also poison here. That's a bit stupid, because it's very slow walk here. So speaking of some quest design, we have seen this far more elegantly done in other games already in these times. You're not a huge fan of quests like these. I assume this here?
Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
One could not have hoped for a gladder outcome.
Poor Saurians. First I kill them, then I blow up their kids, and then I poison their nest. We need desperately more stamina in this game.
Not a foe in sight.
I'll take the peace and quiet over a horde of enemies any day.
No.
You,
Yeah.
I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
Your diligence has borne fruit at last. A result.
Make haste then. We must leave anon.
Okay.
Good.
That's it.
Then let us be on our way.
He's very annoying, so we should follow him. Okay, this street we haven't checked out yet.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early Griffin gets thrown.
Ere I see it. We trounced our foe well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. We've got goblins!
Okay.
You must cleanse yourself of that oil. Post-haste.
Nice finisher. And we found ourselves some loot. Root overrun. That's actually what we needed earlier.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
It seems like you don't have infinite carrying capacity.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of vermin. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders, and they are not dealt with lightly. This time, one of them. Regardless, do well not to invite my mistrust.
Too fast for you.
Well done.
Wow.
No one can defend themselves with grapples like this.
Shit, that's funny. There's another one.
This is an obstacle I'd sooner be rid of.
If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance?
What is that? A tower? Nay, a statue?
We ought to take a closer look.
Tower, statue. Just see more loot, chat. It's a dead end though. I assume the game wants us to go down here. Okay. That kind of works. Oh, welcome, Kirdan. Sorry for... I was a bit distracted for a moment. Hope you're doing well. Currently checking out this game here. Oh, speaking of this game here. To switch something up. We're checking Dragons Dogma 2. And yeah, it runs okay on my system, but I can definitely see how on a lot of other systems where you would expect it run to run okay, it does not run okay, which is unfortunate in my opinion. We're currently playing not at 4K but at 1440p. That gives us a much smoother experience.
By your command,
This water stuff usually says don't go into the water. Then red things happen. Oh, just got gold. Okay. I think I'm overburdened, like I can't run anymore. I'm not sure what I have. Like I always hate when I press I want to open my inventory, but it's always okay. Each character has its own inventory. We have just tons of stuff. That's equipped, that's not equipped. Maybe give to her. We have maybe a little bit less stuff to carry, just too much stuff here. Hope you're doing well, Kirdan. Oh no, another dude. Maybe get up. Okay, at least we got some cash here. Like such a strange game design decision. Maybe I hope the stream runs okay. It's such a strange game design decision that in the controls, bindings, that I can't open the inventory. Like, there must be, isn't there a button for just one button open the inventory? Doesn't look like it. It's so strange to me. Doesn't look like it, shit. I play with mouse and keyboard, so I have enough buttons for it. I can understand that it's not a thing on a controller. For sure, but I'm playing on a controller, so why?
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Well, that's the fun thing in these games, isn't it? We are heavily overburdened, I think. Oh, my stamina's he's so fast. Okay, where's our friend, Mr. Dude? There he is. We're just following him. And see where things go from here.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support.
Okay. Kind-hearted. Kamui. It's an interesting name. What was the anime called? X or something? It was also a Kamui. So he's a fighter mainly. Yeah. Rank 3 fighter. Pretty cool. But we have enough fighters currently and my party is full. So I can't take him with me. I'm kind of surprised that these people seem to also appear randomly in the world. Cool. There is this, not ore, but a golden
treasure we found.
trove beetle.
Perhaps fortune has deigned to aid us at last.
Where are we going, Chad? Why are we returning to Melv? Chat, I'm confused. Why we're going?
Place to harvest some ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
What? Chat, can somebody explain what I'm doing wrong? This guy here said, yeah, we should totally go to the capital.
Boy, where do you think you're going? Our destination is the border checkpoint.
Okay. Chat, I don't understand this man. Like, isn't he supposed to lead us? Like, he's always running ahead of us. So I assume I'm supposed to follow him. I followed him. And what then happens is, he walks all the way up. And then we return to the village? Yeah, I'm confused. Why did we just run in... Why are we running in circles, Chat? How's the game so far? I don't know the original, like the first game, but it's kind of interesting. It seems different. Okay, we went down there, and then we returned to Maeve instead of going up the ladder. Because he fell down, I thought we have to go there. Okay. So we have to go up here. That's why we returned to Maeve. We can also do this, and then we have light. Frame rate keeps stable, even with the light. Cool. But yeah, it's interesting. Not 100% sure if it will be 100% my game.
Hold here
I
a
haven't
moment.
seen much yet,
I
to be
shall
honest.
bid them open the gate.
What is interesting in this context, of course, that the like the performance is pretty trash in this game. It's okay-ish, I would say. Consider I've not activated ray tracing. It runs like I have activated ray tracing. That seems very strange. Not good at utilizing the CPU fully, which is unfortunate. And what else is there? The quest design so far was very standard. If you come from other games where quests are done and written better, like in Cyberpunk or Baldur's Gate or something. So yeah, no 100% sure, but it might be a big game, so it might be good and bad, or more interesting quests. And
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
no, I also don't like that I always have to press F.
And arisen, by all appearances.
An arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
The biggest question is, what if they, like, we are the Arisen, that's kind of the chosen one this world, and what if the other Arisen, which of one only one can exist, has, this guy is a betrayer. Like, why is it smart to even get him? From my perspective, I don't understand the motive. Shouldn't this bring us into trouble? Like, that is a detail I don't fully understand.
Ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
Ox cart. Some loot and stuff.
Generally used as a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Is stealing a thing in this game? I'm not 100% sure if it is. I've seen a headline saying that Baldur's Gate 3 had had triple the word count of the Lord of the Rings trilogy, and cutscenes length come to double to the Game of Thrones series. Yeah. I'm not surprised by that, to be honest. What did we just find, chat? Where's our Lord friend? There he is. Cool to see him to put into words, yeah, for sure. We've also maybe to continue the run. Look, there
Skeletons.
undead.
Fire won't do much good here. Let's try a big attack. These beams are only truly defeated when their skulls smash beyond repair. It was most effective.
Okay, Mr. I bring you to the capital. Bring us to the capital. What was that?
Is everyone all right?
Yeah. What more worry about the little deers running past the
More
scene?
marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
The heavy attacks kind of cause these finishes. And you can also throw people somewhere.
We seem to have come through unscathed.
I like the water splashing. Like the water effects are not bad.
Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Only screen space reflections though, and yeah, the game really seems not well optimized. He just threw something at me. Wrong button. Okay, we found 200 gold. I like that. Now, frame pacing, not ideal, but okay, I think. There are just 4 people, but we have like escorted by these knights, so we're kind of a force to be reckoned with.
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
You're like to grow overburdened if you keep picking up every little trinket you find.
Well, that's a good point. Can just eat one of our... Can't use the apple. Not sure what I'm supposed to do with all of these. Where can I see my carrying capacity? Okay, I did not know what it was doing. I thought it's like a law book or something I didn't read. You just waste a spell? Yeah, Chris, you just wasted a spell. Oh, cool. That's very unfortunate, chat. Did not mean to do that. Well, whatever. But the particle effects look pretty decent in this game. Only killed the deer here. Oh dear.
There's ought to be found there. Can you not see it?
We ought to take a closer look.
Well, wouldn't it be easier to find those dudes?
My curative magics are at your disposal.
Battle continues.
I concur.
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
Okay, that's cool. No, I don't want to. You can high five people, that's awesome. It was like a mid five, but whatever. Aha, Philosopher's Lord. I like the idea though that you are on your way with your party and you can also kind of design some of your party members how they look. At least one of them. Oh, what is this chest? Soft neck rope, 500 gold. I saw that just sleeping at a tavern is like 1.5k already. So that might not be that much. Okay, Mr. Lead the way. There are skeletons ahead of us.
No means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Well done.
Know why how to turn my character, like sometimes the character turns in a way I don't want to see. Wrap iron. I don't know, what's your impression so far of the game? Does it look in any shape or form even remotely interesting to you, Kierdan? I'm so bad at trilling the R today. Are we even right? Looks like it. The first you're seeing of it? Oh, okay. Well, it's an RPG and it has this focus on companions that you can level up and so on. Oh, he's here, okay. I don't like the stamina, but it might have to do with us being heavily overburdened. Okay, here.
What's this? We're trapped.
Oh no, we are trapped. There's a troll. Look, chat at internet, it's you. Chat from the internet. That's basically the classic internet troll.
A cyclops.
It's a cyclops, not a troll. Okay, it's not you. I was wrong. What you can do, by the way, is you can climb up. I forgot which button it is, though. Weapon skill, grab. Maybe you have to. Oh yeah. If you jump at it, you can climb up these troll dudes.
The power of such a torrent is not to be underestimated.
That's actually, in my opinion, pretty cool detail. Let's just do the art of the fighting and try to...
So worthy of caution. Not save our best will do.
You can't get any idea.
I like how she's just stabbing him.
It seems we have enraged our foe.
Reckless opponents make for easy prey.
Understood.
Wrong direction, friend. Grabbing larger foes in battle. You can grab hold, what? You can grab hold of a foe. Grab hold of, is this a word? Whatever. While standing by, making contact with them while pressing E. I did this. Once you have hold of an enemy, you can push or pull them to draw their focus or knock them off balance. Pretty cool. The mounting idea is also something I kind of like.
I ask your aid. On my way.
Oh, second wind. I thought that would be it. Oh no, Danielle.
By all means.
What was that sound? Fall back!
Full of surprises. I look forward to informing my
Ow.
master of that strategy.
I'm not sure if that was
You
intended,
have
chat.
my gratitude, sir. It would seem I misjudged you.
What?
I had taken you for another false arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Here, take this as a mark of my trust. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision.
I don't check fully what just happened, but I'll take it. Oh no, the skeleton attacks my friend.
No one can defend themselves when grappled. Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing. Confidence.
Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us?
Sure, it's night and there's nasty stuff out there.
Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
Let's go to the ox cart. Not sure where the capital is. I can just zoom out. Maybe somewhere here. Maybe that's the ocean. I don't know. Oh, you know what? We came from, like, our quest started excavation site. I think this is where our quest originally started, chat. At the prologue. And then we escaped, and this is basically the path that the what is it? Life in English again. Griffin. Or the Griffin took. So the Griffin flew here, and then we crash landed somewhere here. And now we walk kind of back to the capital.
Hello.
Understood.
But we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
So let's go in. Can talk to the
We're setting
person.
out. Jump on if you're paid.
Bit.
our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day. Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
I could just doze off to skip this. Where are we even going? Oh, that's a rift stone. It's good to know that there's one. I assume if I just doze off, we get attacked.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Get up.
One on the goblins, master. You cannot be too careful.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox.
Into the Batmobile. Why am I suddenly teleported here? I just want to check the goblin bodies for loot. Basically nothing so far, so I need to get everything that can be gotten.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it.
$8,000 gold we have, chat. Look at this. He sells some pens, camping kit, firing arrow, explorers boots. $200. Why not? I'm not sure if it's better than what we currently have, but potentially looks better. How do I confirm checkout? Purchase. Yes, we equip it as well. Can we sell something? 20 gold. We have tons of material. We have a soft neck robe. I think that we could at least wear. The rest is just apples and stuff. You can also sell an apple. Get some funds back. Promise. It feels like I'm heavy. I'm kind of overburdened here. The problem.
It isn't an easy life, but I enjoy the travel. Pleasure doing business with you.
The next time. Oh, there was still something to grab. Goblin horn. So now we have our first pair of pants. We have, what was the other item we have? Where's here? Equipment. Cloaks. Okay. Not too bad. Status, your current web items, quest, equipment history, photo mode, status. Okay, we're also a rank 3 fighter. That's our Blink Strike, 4 skills. Watch how the deflecting thing works. That's a timed thing, okay. So if I just would time my attacks better, I could get this. Affects movement speed. Yeah, I noticed that. But I assume you can't, what you can't do is add stats or something. Like, it feels like we got some level ups, but it seems the level up stuff happens automatically. Difficult to hit this sitting prompt. The following morning. Ah, here's the, I heard about this place. Here the performance is supposed to be terrible. It looks pretty cool though. Vernworth, capital of Vermont. The ice looks pretty good in this game.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You, and no other, are the sovereign. The only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days past, you confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became Arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Vermont's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming.
A few months prior, Vermont's palace.
Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the council's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, Your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands.
No, I have to press a button. This is, I don't, like, it would be cool if there would be an option to automatically keep the dialogue going. And so...
Thus, Disa chose to abduct Your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave.
okay, why does he know everything like that? Everything. But yeah, in the cutscene we seen before, I did not have to press the F button for the stuff to continue. It's inconsistent in this regard.
Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead. A mere puppet. However, with your majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in the tavern that we might discuss them.
Okay.
This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear?
Yay, we're level 9. Awesome. Here is the powerful document. Then. Regarding the oaths, both Vermont and Petal regard the Scourge of the Dragon as a matter of the utmost priority. Should the baleful creature allied on either side of the border, both nations are sworn to provide aid as well as to assist in the evacuation of the populace with with scouting missions as needed. In such an event, all troops are expected to put aside any disagreements of faith and or culture and devote themselves wholeheartedly to their duty. Hard to read. Ding, ding, ding. What is that? The damage train?
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
She is as well.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went?
He's right over there, but...
Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Okay, can't move the camera in this cutscene.
Not every little thing needs reporting, Mike.
Okay, that's the capital. Here we see, yeah, if I turn around, frame rate drops below 60. That's not a good show. That's not good. If I would go to the system settings, options, graphics, and unlock the frame rate a bit further to 120 FPS. Like in the previous region, we easily reached like 90 FPS. Here, in this capital, we don't reach 90 FPS. Not at all. Let's look at the rendering distance. On the PlayStation, these people just... Wow. You see this? Look at the frame time graph and the frame rate graph.
Oh, 'tis you. You're the good sir who aided me in Melve.
That's right.
Thank you again, sir. You don't know how grateful I am to you. Oi, sir. We've started selling that medicine you gave me at our shop. Why don't you come see?
Always another errand to see to. Lots to do. Well met, sir. Forgive my presumption, but were you the one who gave my granddaughter that medicine in Melve? I thought so. She's not stopped talking of her adventure since she arrived home. You have my sincerest thanks for aiding her. That girl's always running off on some fool's errand or other, for all my chiding. Once she gets an idea under her bonnet, there's simply no talking her out of it. Now listen, 'tisn't much, but I'd fain offer you a discount on my wares. Pray, make good use of it, won't you?
Here you are, sir. From me to you.
Specializations are skills that can only be acquired by pawns. They are not strictly beneficial, for they allow the pawn to act independently. This can result in unexpected consequences. However, with a little patience, planning, and due care, specializations can prove very useful and are well worth trying out. If you would like your pawn to learn a specialization, you would do well to befriend people with various traits and tendencies in the world around you. Sooner or later, these friendships are bound to create opportunities for your pawn to acquire specialization. A pawn can only acquire one specialization at a time, and learning a new specialization will replace the old one. Consult each specialization's entry for more information.
Something fun to do. Something good will come of today. I just know it.
Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. I'll knock a few gold pieces off aught you buy. So spend away, my good sir.
Ornate box, an intricate curio sold by a merchant who deals in such trinkets. Something small can be stored within the internal thing. Interesting.
Always a pleasure.
Currently, I'm not really in need of something. Frame rate is so trash here.
I always have a warm welcome for a customer.
Mayhap this. Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves. And quality is what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths.
Okay, you can upgrade stuff. Equipment enhancement. If you have the requisite materials to hand, you can enhance your equipment at any shop equipped with a forge. Consider enhancing your weapon equipment according to your level and fighting style. Styles of smithing. There are several styles of smithing used in enhancement, and each one produces different results, such as moderate, all-around improvement, or significant increase to magic or might. Choose the style that is most compatible with your preferred equipment and approach to combat. Okay, stuff is pretty pricey here. We have 14K roundabout. $6K ring. I just noticed that this is an interesting thing in the Souls series. Like in a game like this, in a classic RPG, I would always think, well, I have 14K gold. I should not spend it and wait till I have enough to buy something very good, or have like some what do you call it? Some spare cash that you always have on you. so you can afford basic things like the inn and so on. Stuff like that. In a Souls game, you fear, oh no, if I now leave my safe haven of the bonfire / side of grace in case of Elden Ring, I will lose it. So I should spend every last penny I found just to be done with it. I think that's a very interesting detail or approach to RPGs in this regard. What the Souls series as more like a kind of action RPG thing is doing. Like it encourages players to spend their resources. On the other side, a classic Soul thing is though that you find materials or fire bombs or whatever, and you don't ever use them because maybe you need them later, because you don't know how rare to find they are in a sense. Until you maybe find that you can buy them or so. But yeah, sometimes you're a bit too stingy with your consumables, if that makes sense. But you're never stingy, you never say, yeah, I should save the souls, except you need like a level up and say, okay, once that level up, I need some more points. I have to save some souls to get those. But usually you have a specific thing you do with it, and you spend it because you don't want to run around with 100 million souls on you through the game. It's kind of just noticed how different this approach here is. The cheapest one is the hard leather helmet. That's really expensive here though. With its hat. Okay. These symbols here basically mean I can't use them because I'm a warrior, I'm not an archer. I'm a warrior, I'm not like an archer or a thief or something. $9K. This stuff here is really expensive. How is a plate armor just 5K? And some of these hats are like 6+K. It makes very little sense in my head. Guardian plate armor. Looks pretty cool.
Hope to see you again.
In my line of business, patience is key.
Okay.
Tell is, Vermund was once an Eastern kingdom.
Truly?
Indeed. Though 'tis
Look
not
how the
widely known
NPCs
among
pop in here. I mean, the character models have quite a bit of detail, to be honest, but still I'm kind of surprised by it. Also, what happens if I press this button? Okay, there is a Grand Rift Stone of Vermund. That's maybe one I should check. Oh, we got... Oh, this place here didn't count. Interesting.
I dream of owning a larger store, I do.
All we need is an inn. I think this is a smithy.
Looking for a craftsman? I'm a master of my trade.
We can't interact with him though. Careful.
Peace and quiet. Mayhap I ought find myself a better net.
Just stole his stuff.
Yeah? What is it?
Bunch of stealing is a thing in this place. Was by accident though. God, the frame rate here. Ooh, it's completely trash.
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Port crystals. The use of a fairy stone will instantly transport you to the location of port crystal. Port crystals are permanent fixtures of cities and towns, but you may also place your own port crystals at destinations of your choice. You may have up to 10 port crystals placed at various locations throughout the world at any one time. Once placed, the port crystal can be recovered if you wish to move it somewhere else. Permanent port crystals in cities and towns must be interacted with at least once before they become available as fairy stone destinations. Like this, I assume. Somewhere here must be a rift stone or something. Yeah, here you can recruit other players' pawns, like their companions. I think I can also information, examine, yeah. So you can also set here, say, I don't know. You can place these crystal things and then set a pawn quest, pawns in the rift, an overview. When you enter a rift, you will be able to use the summoning functions that have unlocked, forgotten rift stones scattered throughout the world. It seems like we have not done this. I think somehow you can also place your pawns inside. I've not fully figured out how that works.
This rumour has been troubling me ever since I first caught wind of it. Apparently, there is an illness we pawns can catch beyond the rift that makes us a danger to ourselves and others. Symptoms include an unruly attitude and overconfidence, and in the end, we turn our backs on our master and our duty.
Indeed. Well, we shall have to remain watchful, lest one of our company should start showing signs of this sickness.
Interested in my wares?
What's he selling? Powdered rift crystals burned as incense, only usable by main pawn at the camp. Mysterious scent gives the pawns a different inclination and voice to match. Okay, you can manipulate your pawns with this. Interesting.
Many thanks.
Not buying. That's just as well. Better to be selective than wasteful.
Gold is a resource best spent judiciously.
Got to keep moving.
Okay, chat. What we need to do is find an inn or something. Multiple inns. The location is here.
There's a
Okay,
ladder
so-
here.
Ah, excellent find.
Is here an inn? Yeah.
Good evening, sir. I trust you fared all right on the roads, despite the hour.
Organized storage. Ah. So you can deposit stuff here. So in case we think, yeah, we have maybe too much stuff with us, we can get rid of that. Immense amount of health. Great deal. The menuing is a bit missive to the captain. Let address to the captain of guard entry to capital proved difficult without it. So maybe we should keep that. Secure, drench, something. Okay. It's now like we are far less burdened. I think it's good. Things are really heavy. Okay, here's the stuff I stored. I can also withdraw that. $2,000 gold. That's expensive. Okay, let's try the resting at least once. Till morning.
Good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Probably a waste of resources, but just to see what's going on.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to be getting on with.
I hope you slept well.
Bunch of flowers. Driver's Daybook. The other day I arrived at the border checkpoint only to realize I would left my entry permit back at the inn. Ended up having to make the trip back, so I was late for my delivery. When I complained to a fellow driver about it, he said next time I ought to use Beastren mask. Seems Bethel favors its Beastren residents so they can get through without the hassle of a permit. Might be worth keeping a disguise to hand just in case. Okay. Maybe an information for us to keep in. Okay, we have a camping kit here. And some stuff. We paid 2K for this. So of course I'm looting everything. Balcony. There's even a ladder here. Well, that did not work too well. What on earth did just happen, Jack? Oh man. We just fell off the cliff, Chat. I'm sad now. Will we just spend 2K on sleeping here to get full HP back? I have no idea if there's something like stealing in this game. There's just 500 gold lying around. Look at these weird effects here. Here the denoiser has a lot of problem. I don't even use ray tracing, so I'm kind of surprised it even looks like that. Okay, Jet, why is this here? Actually, very dangerous. Peddler's Ledger. Heard some people in the tavern talking about a shop in the rest town. What is Oa? A scrap store, they call it. Doesn't sound like much, but apparently you can have forgeries made there. Reckon that grimoire I lost, all that coin was on them. Maybe I could earn it back by making some forgeries of my own and selling them off to collectors.
Greetings. Welcome to the guild hall.
Klaus. That's funny.
Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word.
I can change my own vocation. Like, let's say I want to be an archer or a thief or a mage or something. Also warrior and sorcerer. Let's say I say this. I can change to this vocation, no. These I can't unlock yet. Fundamentals of battle. The precision of the bow allows archers to strike down foes from a safe distance, and it only takes a few well-aimed arrows to create an opening for the allies and vanguard to exploit. Experienced archers can add a range of special arrows to their quiver that may inflict debiliations upon their foes. Using a bow, press the left button to loose an arrow, which will automatically target a nearby foe. Use WASD to aim in a specific direction, and tap left click repeatedly to continue to fire at the same enemy. Loose arrows for ease of aim, but as its arrows inflict minimal harm and can only travel so far. It is used in combination with other skills. Steady shot. Press right button to use steady shot to fire an arrow with deadly precision. Striking a foe's weak point allows you to deal massive damage, and as you can use weapon skills while drawing, you will be able to unleash powerful attacks with greater accuracy. Oh, we even got these standard weapons here now. It seems you can also, like she's a mage, for example. I could also make out of my other dude, in this case my my main pawn. I can also get other quests, other stuff for it. At least unlock them, so you can switch between the stuff. The other two are not available yet.
I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time.
Okay.
You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you, unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild?
We can also get some abilities. Airward Dash sounds like very useful. Can you only equip one skill at a time? Brood Flag. Deflect attack back towards target with impressive might, while active counterattacking soon consumes no stamina. That's funny. Okay, so there are skills that you can acquire. Compass Slash, Shield Bash. Okay, that's basically with this you draw the aggro. Okay, that is pretty cool. You see this, chat? Launches allies into the air using your shield. That's pretty cool. It also goes into the direction of mounting stuff. So yeah, pretty nice. Some cool ideas here and there. I feel like hitting a lot of foes might be good. Knock targets off balance seems very good. Haunting, I think, could be very important. Okay, we just spent a bunch of things. So this is pretty cool. Magic defense. And from buff with tongues of lightning can summon additional lightning bolts by consuming stamina. Well, that's the fire. The flamethrower, basically. Okay, she also has separate DCP points, whatever that means, than our main character has. Enchant the caster's weapons or that of a single ally with lightning. Enchantment persists for a period of time. I like lightning enchantment stuff. That's cool. Produce magical sigil that cures the cast and the allies of certain debilitations called fire, frostbite, unconscious, sleep, silence, drenched, and so on. While within range. That sounds like a very useful spell, to be honest. Spell of ice. That lingers for a moment. Well, since we have separate stuff, I should definitely get magic defense as well, I think. Conjures a cluster of magical energy that blocks up to 3 attacks from its target. That's pretty cool, I think.
Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
Okay, pretty interesting, chat. There was a stone. What's our purpose right now? What does the game want us to do? Okay, we have to talk to Captain Brunt.
There is here for a reason.
Perhaps new.
Is it also possible that we are currently overburdened because we have all the equipped stuff? Yeah, we are. Either we just bought these Explorer boots and now can wear them anyway.
Wait us above.
There's another inn here somewhere.
Let me think.
Yeah, that looks like an inn, chat.
What are you up to? Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
Ah, you can pass the time, never mind.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of Vernworth.
We have to go to the other place this year.
Gather round, treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller.
This guy just get out of
That
nowhere.
looks promising. Any ideas as to how we might reach it?
Yeah, this is the other inn, right? Here we can.
Well met. You are come to Shakir's Inn. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality in all.
Okay, pretty nice.
Vernworth. You know where to find me.
And we have to pass time at some point. Maybe just look around for the time being. It was the armorer dude.
Business has been better, but
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
In the city we don't lose stamina, that I also kind of like. The other entrance.
I know I'm captivating, but spare my fellows a glance.
The slums. Okay.
What should I do?
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
Don't just steal everything from the poor people here.
Arms for the poor. Pray grant those less fortunate some salvation.
Rotten rag of beef. Okay.
Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor?
Right? Why does he call me Arisen? Like, isn't it a secret that I'm the Arisen? 1K.
You can afford perpetual Well met, Sir Arisen. Might I trouble you for alms for the poor? Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you, kind sir.
Like 1K is, I don't know, almost half the stay of in an inn. Quite expensive here. The game really has some problems with artifacts. This is, I assume, all the DLSS doing. This place here would potentially run very poorly with without DLSS, to be honest. If we would turn it off, frame would go down pretty drastically. No, not that drastically, to be honest. Still 60. Wait, is it off? Bad. What is this sorcery? I turned reflex off. No, it still appears. So the game still runs at 60, which is strange. That careful.
All is lost. Would that someone would spare me this agony. Pray let it end.
Good day, sir.
Might I beg but a moment of your time?
Very strange. There are some doors that can be interacted with but cannot be opened by keys or mechanisms. This can merely be a matter of timing, and you may find that such doors will open at particular time of day or once you have progressed into a certain point of the story. Take note of any intriguing doors you encounter and try revisiting them later. Understood. Let's go back to the city. Isn't it strange? Like, DLSS, I thought had very little impact then. Or it's still running. I'm not sure.
In the humdrum of daily life. Greetings. You seek guidance, do you not? You have lost sight of your path, but I can point the way. You need only make a worthy offering in exchange. I have seen your path. May these words guide you true.
Seek audience with Brand, who shall grant thee a task.
You've my gratitude.
It's kind of
It's lovely
the
to see you.
Oracle. Kind of the what to do thing. Oracles are useful allies in the chaotic world. Their guiding sight allows them to impact words of wisdom to the Arisen, illuminating the paths they ought to follow or revealing the course of action they should next take. If a quest has you at an impasse, or whatever that was pronounced, or if you have lost your way on your adventure, pay a visit to an oracle, you might receive a hint that will join you. Okay, so it's basically a hint we have to pay. We didn't need the hint, but I just want to know what she does, what it does. Was not that helpful for us.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
This heavy pack is slowing me down somewhat.
Just-
He thinks I can manage for the time being.
Oh yeah, she also has an equip burden because I bought all the classes for her. This is the wrong...
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you,
Now we're going wrong, chat. Orientation, yeah. I struggle a bit with knowing where to go. Somewhere here.
Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the form.
Deposit. She's the one I
Hospitality
currently
in all
need.
Vernworth. You know where to find me. Well met, sir. Well met. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to the foremost hospitality.
She also has all the clothes currently. That's why. He seems to be overburdened.
In all Vernworth.
Like, interesting question, because we started as kind of a prisoner dude. Can we now get this stuff here? Foot soldier armor.
Much obliged.
Equipment. Yeah, much better.
Inspires naught but misgiving. Well met. You are come. You will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated to.
So by getting the standard equipment of the class, we're just now able to
Much obliged.
basically send this to another character and or to our main character and equip it. Okay, nice.
Need anything?
But yeah, it's already pretty late. I will end the stream now. Also, like I said, I'm a bit tired. I wish I started streaming a bit earlier, but now we have at least let's return to the title, to the main menu. What's kind of strange is that I deactivated DLSS and it still seems to kind of run. The water looks a bit strange. And we have to load from the main menu for a moment. Would like to check the performance like another time. Very strange to me, the game in this regard.
There's a ladder here.
We ought to put it to good use.
I have no clue, chat. It seems very strange. Like DLSS is now deactivated. See, it's off. I put it to, let's say, performance again. FPS doesn't really get much better. It doesn't really change that much, to be honest. It's so weird.
What did you think of that story? 'Twas well told and all, but not particularly exciting, eh? I mean, it's the sort of thing you hear bandied about the tavern every other night, isn't it? I'd heard tell of a beggar doing well for himself, so I came out here to learn his ways. Haven't learned much, that's for sure. And by the look of it, he doesn't appear to be making much for his efforts, neither. So where's all his coin coming from, then? Makes a man wonder, it does.
Gather round, gather round. Aye, got some coin to spare your humble storyteller? Much appreciated. Aye, got some coin to... What would you of me? I'll have no trouble, thank you. Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my story entertain you, nay, even if it shouldn't, I would greatly appreciate a coin or two to soothe my throat with a mug of ale. Now, listen close, as today I shall tell of a serpent with powers most fell. Our hero ventured into a shrine long enclosed, whereupon he found serpent and soldiers in battle opposed. Though to the soldiers' aid he would fain have leapt, unease overtook him, so behind a pillar he crept. And not a moment too soon, for there came a flash of light, ere the room filled with screams, soldiers wailing at their plight. Then the shrine grew deathly still, and our hero was all alone, for every last soldier had been transformed.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed.
Listening to the story of this
Tell
guy.
us, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
The gloating serpent was caught by surprise, and with a pitiful hiss, 'neath the pillar.
Really now, you mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget, 'tis the Arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Sharp as his sword was honed, did our hero put an end to the threat imposed. And Who was our hero? Why, needless to say, 'twas the father of House Berkeley, which lives on.
Oh, what does this say?
Let's have a look then.
Okay, we kept...
Treat your ears to a tale by a master storyteller. And should my
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
But yeah, enough. I'm also quite tired, chat. Okay, the inn has multiple entrances, it seems. Now I have to learn a bit about how the city here works exactly. Like I said, the frame rate here is really not great. I'm just surprised that DLSS on performance seems to not really do much. Oh, I have dynamic resolution deactivated, so that seems even more strange. So, I don't know, chat. This game really needs optimization. It behaves very strange and kind of hard to predict. It's okay on my system, but if you have most likely a less potent CPU, you might get into a lot of unpleasant stutters. And the effect might be very strong. Here's a bridge. Now I could continue into this direction. Fortunately, we skipped all the way here. I thought here in between we could have at least what to call it, uncover the map or so. But yeah, I don't know. But I'm very tired, and as a result, I will call it a day, chat. Definitely running here out of steam. But the performance of this game is just so weird. Very curious when the first patch comes out, what how the game might behave from that point on, and how well it might run or not. It really seems like it is in desperate need of some optimization. The game does not look bad visually, in my opinion. It doesn't look as impressive as some other games like Cyberpunk or so. At the same time, you ask yourself, why on earth is this game eating so much performance? For what? What is it doing with all of that? Might be the light is pretty good. The character models are, some details at least, especially the eyes, look very good in this game, I feel. Light effects, the night also looks pretty nice, but I don't know. It's a bit weird. Green space reflection, there's tons of artifacts and weird stuff going on. They're definitely implemented perfectly. There's definitely room for improvement there for sure. And yeah, then, like I said, the game can run somewhat decent, but it doesn't really work on Steam Deck. Yeah, I would not be surprised by that, chat. It's just, like currently it does not run well. Like you have to consider I have, or at least on a consumer level, a quite powerful CPU right now. Running also on 3080. So that's also not too bad, especially at 1440p. The game should run decent and it runs okayish. It's not as bad, I think, as Jedi Survivor on release. Oh, that was absolute trash, but it's okayish. It reminds me a bit of Star Citizen, though I feel like Starfield, excuse me. Starfield ran a bit better on release without DLSS, but it was also a game that had a performance of a game where ray tracing is activated, but the game has no ray tracing. This game has ray tracing, I have it deactivated. The performance impact of it is pretty big, and potentially it looks a bit better, but not by that much, so I felt like most likely not worth it. To have it activated, just run out that well. I heard like you can read online quite a bit about a lot of problems that people might have with lower end CPUs, so I don't know. I'm not surprised it doesn't run well on Steam Deck. It's a strange game so far, I have to admit as well. I kind of like it, I have to admit. Though I'm not sure if it still has to do, it has some work to do. I didn't do much today, I'm a bit sorry for that. Just ran around, did some fights. The early fightings were not that interesting, to be honest. I hope that the combat improves, but since you can unlock active combat skills, it might become more interesting. That's at least... Oh, excuse me, my theory here. Just had to yawn. Because stuff like this always helps a game like this, in this regard. The parry mechanic, which I haven't demonstrated right now, or just yet. But, I don't know, the quest design, the writing here in parts and so on, is okay. But... I definitely, so far, have seen much better. I like that there seems to be at least some sort of day and night cycle stuff where people suddenly do different stuff in the night and day or so. That's pretty cool. The climbing on monsters is very interesting. And there seems to be a ton of other mechanics. You can throw stuff at things and so on. Might have different effects, classes, and different classes we haven't seen yet. So I'm not sure how it will be a little bit further into the game, but my understanding is a bit you go outside of like the city or so and go on kind of an adventure. Not sure if the quests are always interesting enough. Like I said, I've seen this done much better. I think though the game shines with a lot of these interactions with very big enemies and foes and so on. Like I heard some crazy stories already what is in theory possible in this game, and that sounds pretty awesome. I feel though that everything outside it is sometimes a bit lacking here and there, at least so far from my perspective. We have seen some stuff done better already in other games. So I'm 100% sure, but I'm not too far in the game to really judge this yet. We have to look a bit further into it, I have to admit. I think the biggest problem is definitely the performance issues, though. That's what's holding the game back, and if people can't enjoy the game and have a good time because the game runs like absolute trash, or not absolute, but at least a little bit trash, then that's a problem for sure. Like at 1440p, if the game just goes down to 40 FPS, you have to consider I can run at 4040p on my system, I can run Cyberpunk with path tracing, so that's a difference, I would say. Also, some of the cutscene transitions and so on seem a bit clunky. I mean, I'm not sure how big the budget of this. Is this considered a AAA game or is this a AA game? For me, it's currently a bit difficult to judge the game in this regard, but it has a very big publisher in the name of Capcom on it, and I'm not sure who's the developer of this. Is this like a Capcom? Dragons Dogma 2? Yeah, it's developed by Capcom itself, so this could have gotten a fairly big budget. I'm not sure. It won't be as big as some other AAA releases for sure. It feels a bit so far, just from the looks of it, like, yeah, I don't know, between the classical border between, let's call it AA and AAA kind of thing. But maybe it later becomes better and more epic and so on, and you see, oh, this game is just has some issues early. It's definitely possible. I'm not 100% sure yet what to think of this particularly, but nonetheless, it's kind of an interesting game for sure, because the approach is a bit different. And like I said, it's more you go through the world and then you fight, I don't know, a giant or something. It also seems to have some nice little Easter eggs or little interactions in the world itself. I heard when you destroy certain bridges over and over, then at some point an NPC shows up and says, hey, who's always destroying these bridges? I'm annoyed by it. Stuff like that is pretty cool, I think. Makes the world feel alive and so on. I can definitely see that they might be good at this. Especially, like I said, the combat and stuff. Just hope the story gets more interesting in this regard. Might be definitely possible. We haven't seen much of the main story yet. And I hope the quests, there are also some more interesting quests than what we have done so far. Usually not the hugest fan of the classical, yeah, go there, take this, throw this there, go back. Oh no, you have another thing you can throw there. So go there, pick it up, throw it at the nest, and then come back to me. It's just a lot of walking, and walking's not that interesting in games. It was very early on, so maybe some later stuff we gets more interesting. But I feel like I've seen this here, the quest design before, and in a distant past, and then it feels a bit outdated. And then it kind of feels outdated, if that makes sense. I'm not sure yet though. It definitely has its strengths though. It's not like, and it's kind of unique in that regard. I think that's what people really enjoy about this kind of game. So very curious how this develops when we play a little bit further. It's unfortunate that it plays so slow and we haven't really seen. It feels like we have done basically nothing. We're kind of out of the tutorial, if that makes sense. And we've played a couple of hours already. But yeah, I don't know. So whatever, chat, I need to go to bed. I'm just too tired to talk here. I really am. So I would say, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I wish you a fantastic rest of the day and a good night. Sleep well. I try to do the same. And yeah, we definitely continue a bit with it. I would like to look a bit further into this to get a better impression of the game itself. And yeah, I don't know. Tomorrow, I'm not sure yet. I might considering trying making another lore stream or talking lore stream on the main channel on YouTube. Not sure yet. Maybe I do it next week. Some actors still open, but whatever. You will see if you follow and or subscribe to the YouTube channel. You will get notified, hopefully. But yeah, whatever. Thank you for watching. Shout out to Gerdan for showing up here, and also to Random Souls Gamer. Much appreciated. Have a little bit of company while streaming, and yeah, I would say again, thank you for watching, and see people next time. Goodbye.